Hi, I'm Celia. I'm a professionally qualified intuitive coach, facilitator, and guide, and support you to feel happy and healthier every day and feel comfortable with the uncomfortable, to be confident to navigate the challenge of making that change that you've always wanted to make and that you keep giving your excuse, keep making excuses about doing. And so just being able to navigate those challenging times. And this is my vlogging day 7, or not even day 7, number 7. And I started this like over 2 weeks ago, I think, and was really to for myself to make videos, to feel more comfortable with getting out there and doing videos. And to feel comfortable with something, you've got to keep doing it, right? So confidence doesn't really come from waiting until you have it to do things. It comes from doing things and becoming comfortable with them until you feel confident. And that's not always easy. It often helps if you have some feedback during that time, or if you have some support, which is what I do with my clients. But I do want to say also thanks to those of you who are supporting me during this time to get my videos out. I've had some really lovely, wonderful comments from people enjoying what I'm doing, and so that's really helping me to keep going and to have some, um, also boost my self-belief that I am actually doing something that is helping people. So thanks for your support and helping me to keep going. And I want to come to you today with a tool that helps me to get out of my head or emotions that I may be feeling that I'm not really sure how to deal with, maybe some negativity. I am a highly sensitive person, and I do feel emotions very deeply, including feeling other people's emotions. But even with that, I understand that there's lots of emotions coming up for us right now, a lot of fear, a lot of negativity. And this technique, which is called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, is something that just kind of starts to help you to begin to know what you need. I gave a short tool last week for emotions. This is another one. So it's called Emotional Freedom Technique because it's really about taking responsibility for what you're feeling and not what others are feeling, or taking responsibility for them, or blaming them for how you feel. And it's more about understanding your own feelings to be able to actually release them and free yourself of these negative feelings or thoughts that are not really working for you. And yeah, just releasing it out. So, and the first step to actually feeling free from your emotions is actually to acknowledge them and accept them, face them, which we often don't do. We tend to kind of push them down or push them aside and say we'll deal with them later. Like, you might be scared that you're going to get COVID, and you might be scared of what's going to happen in the future, because we don't know. So, sometimes we just don't face those emotions and those fears, and sometimes we actually have to be able to find the solutions and just release those emotions, because once you release them, you often find the solutions of what to do about it. And EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, is a way of also releasing the emotions through the body. It's a technique that you tap on different points on the body, which are meridians, that help to release the negative energy within you, because we're all vibrating, and so it releases this negativity. And I'm actually going to do it on guilt, because guilt is one of the lowest vibrations that we would vibrate in on what is known the vibrational scale, and at the top of the scale is peace and joy. And so if you're vibrating in guilt and fear, it's not really helping you to move towards where you want to go. And one of the biggest things that hold us back from going to where we want to go is guilt. It's not having the confidence to say no. I often for a long time felt very guilty for saying no. I didn't tell people what I wanted. I didn't express my feelings, and felt bad for saying no because I thought I was going to hurt them, or felt guilty for doing what I wanted because it didn't fit in with what other people wanted. And so it kept me moving forward towards my desires. And sometimes we feel that we have to do things for other people, and you're not a nice girl if you say no. And I I am seen to be that nice girl, but and I'm still really nice, and it's great to be nice, but it's just about having those boundaries, and I'm okay to say no now more assertively, and it's about saying no to people around you, look, even the kids, to your partner, just to find that space and time for you to kind of recuperate your body, understand what you want, and just adjust to change your habits. So I am going to show you first of all the techniques. So the tapping points, the points that you tap the meridians. So you tap on the side of your hands, then you tap in the top of your head. There's lots of points, but I'm just going to give you the basic ones which can really work through for you. And then you tap just in the middle of your eyebrows, and then to the side, down the side of your eyebrows, and then under your eyes, under your nose, on the chin, and then just follow it down to on your collarbone, and then under your arm on where the bra would be on a woman, and then back onto up to your head. Like I said, there's lots of other points, but those are the basic ones that really help you. So one of the things about emotional freedom technique that people get scared with is that you actually state the negative facts to start with, because it's about understanding them, acknowledging them and expressing them, and then once you've acknowledged them, you kind of moved through to what you prefer. So that's where we start, and we start by stating that. So we're going to just, I do this intuitively now, but if you feel that you not sure what you're feeling, and or finding the emotion that you are feeling, the negativity, understand that, have a look at what the effect it is having in your life, and then understand what you would prefer, so you can then start on tapping on the negative, moving into the effects that it's having on your life, and then move into the preferring and what you would like to see and where you want to be. So we start on the side of the hand, and just repeat after me. So we start 3 times on the side of the hand. So even though I'm feeling guilty right now, and maybe feel guilty for taking time for me and saying no, I totally love, honor, and respect myself. Then again, even though I'm feeling guilty for feeling good when others may not, I totally love, honor, and respect myself. And then again, even though I feel guilty for saying no to focus on my needs and wants, I totally love, honor, and respect myself. And then the top of the head, feeling guilty, and the eyes, all this guilt in my body, inside of the eyes, wanting to release it, but not sure how. All these negative emotions affecting how I feel, stressing me out, making me feel bad, and I take it out on others. On the top of the head, I want to say no to others so that I can take time for me. Inside of the eye, so that I can work on my desires, so that I can feel better. And it's really hard to say no to others. It's really hard to say no to the kids. It's really hard to say no to my partner. But I'm willing to try. I really want to make a change. Even though I don't know how, I'm willing to try. I'm willing to release this guilt. I'm willing to release this negative emotion. I'm willing to release it, all these emotions that are holding me back. I think it's possible. I'm ready to make the change. I'm ready to let myself say no and say yes to what I want and say yes to more time and say yes to my desires. Saying no to others means they take responsibility for themselves. They learn how to get what they need. And I don't have to always do it for them. Letting go of this guilt. Releasing all this guilt. Releasing this guilt through my body. Feeling better and better. Releasing this negative emotion. Acknowledging how I feel. Letting myself feel this feeling. And letting it go. Ready to say no, yes to myself and no to others. Then take a deep breath in, release it. And the thing about the emotional freedom technique is just to understand what it might come up, what realizations come up, what awarenesses. Obviously, I tapped on what I thought, but if you do it for yourself in a more specific way, then you may have some realizations. And have a look, perhaps before you start, between 0 and 10, find out how much that negative emotion is affecting you, say 8, 9, and then at the end do it again, 0 to 10, and understand if it's gone down. And you can then tap on something else that's come up, or again tap on the other emotion. I hope that helps. It's just a start, it's a beginning, and if you need more help and support, then I can give you some ideas of how to help. And next time I'm going to talk about your purpose and how we find it, what we do wrong when trying to find it, and some ideas to begin to understand how it can give you confidence and motivation, and why COVID is a great time to work on understanding what it might be. See you then. Love and light. Bye bye.